Right, intro. Open E to an octave E on the D string. Last note being an upstroke on the A, 5th fret on the E string. That's held over to the next bar, so the next pick note is going to be an upstroke on the A. So just get used to that tied note across the bar and the upstroke. Next bar just moves the octave E to the second note. Then we've got, much like descending an E blues scale, right, onto the verse, pretty straightforward. Again, you've got the tied note across the bar and resuming with an upstroke. Then moving that idea, 5th fret of the A string and the E string. Then the bridge is just F sharp, G sharp and A. And then with a little end bit to the second time. Again, using an E blues scale. Alright, first time through the chorus. Again, 2nd fret on the D, 2nd fret on the A. This time it's a very similar phrase to the verse, but play that A note as a fretted note. Because we're going to be sliding up from the G sharp. Not repeated as the verse was, straight to the second shape. And just those two repeated. Then loops back to the verse, and you have the same verse, bridge. Second time through the chorus, you've got a little fill the first time round, first half. So as normal, then this part. So the E is carried over from the upstroke on the last beat, the previous bar, repeated with one upstroke, sliding into the A note on the D string, twice on the E, down to the D, and then this is the easiest fingering I found for it. To just walk down on the A string, so 7, 5, 4, 2. It wraps up the same way as normal. Then you've got another little kind of bridging part. The first time it slides into the first note, the other 3 times it doesn't. So very straightforward. So a total of 4 bars. and then finishes up just on the B note. Straight back into another chorus. This one's almost identical to the first one, straightforward. Just finishing up there with 4 notes on the D, 4 notes on the A. Now, the interesting bit for the outro, it goes straight into so there's a fair bit of syncopation going on in this, and short staccato notes, G to G, F sharp to D. Now when we come back to the high G, it's with an upstroke for the last eighth, and then it continues with 3 upstrokes. So that takes a little bit of getting used to. Then continuing with the staccato and syncopation. So just 3-2 and open on the A string. Leading back to the verse part. Almost the same the second time. Just a little chromatic walk down and back up towards the next note, D, where the Morse code continues. Slight variation to the second start of it. And the last time, the second bar. Again, I went through several different fingerings trying them, and that actually is the easiest one I found. The last G note there is where it cycles back to the whole start of the outro. A second ending which wraps it up is just so a lot of open Ds which are cut short. You're going to have to mute them with the left hand, or also the pick. And that's played through 3 times and finally ends on a G.